morning and welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha TV. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor. Let us begin with the headlines. BJP and Congress seeks president's intervention in the political crisis in Uttarakhand. Congress dismisses rebel leaders. BJP says the Rawat government has already lost majority. Arun Jaitley says Mehbooba Mufti must make up her mind over government formation in Jammu and Kashmir. PDP chief likely to meet Prime Minister today. Omar Abdullah meets governor, says midterm polls better than horse trading. Congress wins both Rajya Sabha seats from Assam in a boost ahead of the state elections. Cross voting by one member of BJP and regional outfit Bodo People's Front aid in victory. Fire at the Unar dumping ground in Mumbai doused. Civic authorities suspect sabotage. Case filed against unknown person. Two-member special team to investigate incident as residents suffer from toxic smoke. And verbal spar over human rights issues as Barack Obama meets his Cuban counterpart. Obama and Castro, however, make joint call for ending U.S. trade embargo. Well, Uttarakhand political crisis continues to be our top focus. Now, President Pranab Mukherjee's intervention was formally sought on Monday evening in the political crisis in the state. Now, delegations of both the BJP and the Congress met the president, both separately bitching to run the hill state. While the BJP wants Harish Rawat's government dismissed immediately, the Congress has alleged that the BJP is pressurizing the state governor to advance the date of the floor test.
BJP leaders marching from Vijay Chowk to Rashtrapati Bhavan ahead of their meeting with President Pranab Mukherjee. As the political crisis in Uttarakhand deepened, the BJP's 28 state legislators met the president on Monday. They have demanded that Harish Rawat's government be dismissed immediately without waiting for a floor test scheduled for next Monday.
इसलिए हमने महामहिम राष्ट्रपति जी से निवेदन किया है कि आप गवर्नर को निर्देश दें कि सबसे पहले सरकार को भंग करें, उसके बाद विश्वास का मत हासिल करने के लिए कोई समय दे जिसमें हम सिद्ध कर सकेंगे कि हमारे पास अधिकतम विधायक हैं.
However, as widely speculated, rebel Congress MLAs were not part of the meeting. Their support is crucial to the BJP's plans to replace Harish Rawat's government. Soon after the BJP, a delegation of the Congress party also met the president. The Congress alleged that the BJP is trying to pressurize the governor to advance the date of floor test.
अलग अलग अफवाहें चलाई जा रही हैं बीजेपी के नेताओं की तरफ से और इसमें इनके शीर्ष नेता भी शामिल हैं कि हम तारीख को प्रीपोन करवा देंगे, हम प्रेसिडेंट रूल लगा देंगे.
Earlier in the day, the Congress party expelled two of its leaders, former Chief Minister Vijay Bahuguna's son, Saket Bahuguna, and party joint secretary Anil Gupta for anti-party activities. Saket Bahuguna is among the 9 MLAs who rebelled against the Harish Rawat government.
उन्होंने दो व्यक्तियों के बारे में मुझे अनुशंसा करके कहा था कि इनको 6 साल के लिए पार्टी से निष्कासित कर दिया जाए. मैंने उनकी अनुशंसा को स्वीकार कर लिया. मुझे लगता है कि वो तब चाहे विजय बहुगुणा जी हो और तब चाहे साकेत बहुगुणा जी हैं हो उस विरासत की रक्षा नहीं कर पाए और कांग्रेस ने उनको जो विश्वास दिया उसकी रक्षा नहीं कर पाए हैं. दोषी हुए हैं, कांग्रेस दोषी नहीं.
जो आज उत्तराखंड में लोकतंत्र की हत्या कर रहे हैं, विधानसभा की मर्यादाओं की हत्या कर रहे हैं, इंस्टीट्यूशंस को जो लोग तोड़ने का काम कर रहे हैं, जो लोग बाहुबल, धनबल, सत्ताबल से निर्वाचित सरकारों को अपदस्थ करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो उन लोगों के मुंह से इस तरीके के आरोप सुनना थोड़ा सा मुझे नागवारा गुजरा.
Before the crisis unfolded, the Congress had 36 MLAs in the 70-member assembly. The ruling party also has the support of 6 members of the Progressive Democratic Front, while opposition BJP has 28 MLAs. Shyam Sundar's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And now let's listen into some of the political reactions on the crisis in Uttarakhand.
अविश्वास प्रस्ताव थोड़ी लाए हम, ये सदन में घट चुका है कि सरकार गिर चुकी है, तो फिर राज्यपाल उनको संरक्षण क्यों दे रहे हैं?
राज्यपाल जी द्वारा 28 तारीख को बहुमत सिद्ध करने के लिए कहा गया है सदन में, फ्लोर में, और निश्चित रूप से हम बहुमत सिद्ध करेंगे।
ये एक कांग्रेस का खुद का क्रिएशन है। इट इज ए रिवोल्ट अगेंस्ट द करप्शन, इट इज ए रिवोल्ट अगेंस्ट द टायरनी, तानाशाही के खिलाफ, भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ, बैड गवर्नेंस के खिलाफ कांग्रेस के अंदर का रिवोल्ट है।
On to some other news now, with additional help in form of cross-voting by one member each of the BJP and regional outfit Bodo People's Front. Now, Assam's ruling Congress won on Monday both the Rajya Sabha seats. The win comes as a boost ahead of the assembly elections in the state next month. Now, Congress had fielded senior leaders Ripun Bora and Ranir Nara. Both the Rajya Sabha seats will fall vacant in April after its two members retire. 66 Congress MLAs, 17 AIUDF, 17 MLAs and one each from the BJP and BPF had cast their votes in the Rajya Sabha poll. One vote for Congress became invalid due to the use of a wrong mark and the rest went in favour of Bora and Nara. Meanwhile, the AGP and the remaining members of the BJP and BPF abstained from the polling. The Congress in Assam is considering this victory a clear signal before the assembly polls on the 4th and 11th of April. And news from Jammu and Kashmir now, and PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti is likely to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi today over government formation in the state. Now, this comes in the backdrop of Finance Minister Arun Jaitley saying that the BJP is committed to the agenda of alliance and it is for Mehbooba Mufti to make up her mind. Meanwhile, Omar Abdullah met the governor on Monday. He has said that he was prepared for a mid-term poll rather than indulging in horse trading.
Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister and the working president of the National Conference, Omar Abdullah, meeting Jammu and Kashmir Governor Anand Vora. The meeting coming in the backdrop of PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti's Delhi visit over government formation. Omar claiming that the Delhi visit is Mehbooba's last-ditch effort to save her party from splitting.
There is an effort right now being made to try and gather support independent of Mehbooba Mufti. Mehbooba Mufti's rushing to Delhi is, I think, a last-ditch effort to save her party because she realizes that if she does not form the government on the terms and conditions set by the BJP, her party will split. And if her party splits, she will be in a much weakened position than she is today. Clearly, she is trying to save her party.
Mehbooba Mufti, who arrived in Delhi on Monday, is likely to meet Prime Minister Modi today after efforts to revive the coalition with the BJP hit a roadblock last week. This is Mehbooba's second visit to the national capital in 5 days after her talks with BJP President Amit Shah on Thursday failed to make any headway. The BJP has stated once again that it is committed to the agenda of governance. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said that every word of the package for Jammu and Kashmir will be implemented, but Mehbooba has to really make up her mind. A sentiment that Omar Abdullah also echoed, questioning her indecisiveness.
इतनी ही वो indecisive है आज as party president. खुदा न खास्ता जब वो सेक्रेटेरिएट में बैठेगी और सही उनको बहुत मुश्किल फैसले करने होंगे, तब क्या करेगी वो?
The PDP with 27 MLAs and BJP with 25 members had formed an alliance on 1st of March last year with Mufti Muhammad Saeed as the chief minister. Both the sides had formed an agenda of alliance which sought to address internal and external dimensions of the state. The BJP in Jammu and Kashmir says the PDP should not put new conditions now for the tie-up.
It is the ball is in the court of PDP. They should now come forward with their opinion, with their agenda, because Bharatiya Janata Party is stick to the agenda of alliance. We have been told that some new conditions are being put from our coalition partners in Jammu and Kashmir, and I think it is not an appropriate time to do so.
The PDP had toughened its stance after Saeed's demise by seeking concrete plans for the state's development, including handing over of power project to the state and vacation of land by army before the coalition could be resumed. The National Conference now says in the current political scenario, it will prefer midterm polls rather than horse trading.
अगर बीजेपी और पीडीपी एक साथ नहीं आते, अगर उसके बाद पीडीपी कांग्रेस का समर्थन नहीं लेती है, तो मुझे लगता है कि गवर्नर साहब को असेंबली डिसॉल्व करके नए सिरे से इलेक्शन कराने.
The state has been under governor's rule since 8th of January this year. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Meanwhile, speculation is rife that the Reserve Bank of India will cut interest rates. Now, experts believe that the RBI may cut rates by 25 basis points in the upcoming credit policy review on 5th of April. Well, according to analysts, the big cut in the small in savings rate is an important signal from the government to the Reserve Bank of India to reduce rates. Remember, on Friday, the government had slashed interest rates on small savings schemes, including the Public Provident Fund, Kisan Vikas Patra and senior citizen deposits to make them more market aligned. Come 1st of April 2016, the interest rates on PPF will be 8.1% instead of 8.7%. Similarly, the interest rates on Kisan Vikas Patra will also be reduced to 7.8% from the current 8.7%, while the senior citizen savings scheme of 5 years will earn 8.6% interest as compared to the 9.3% which is at the moment.
आज जिस दिशा में देश की अर्थव्यवस्था चल रही है उसमें यह स्थिति नहीं हो सकती कि बैंक के लेंडिंग रेट्स नीचे आए लेकिन जो डिपॉजिट रेट्स हैं वो ऊपर रहेंगे। दोनों का लिंक होता है आपस में। So to make the economy more efficient rather than sluggish, the country has to move towards the lower interest rates in both areas.
And now a look at some election-related developments in our election wrap. Prominent Kerala film actress KPAC Lalita, who was CPM's candidate from Vadakancheri, who has withdrawn from the race opposing health reasons. Her withdrawal came soon after a strong protest from local party activists who also took out a protest march on Monday. The DMK has said that the talks were on with the DMDK for a tie-up in the coming Tamil Nadu Assembly elections. This comes days after the Vijaykanth-led party announced that it would go alone in the polls. DMK President M. Karunanidhi said that he had not lost his confidence that it would join hands with his party. Meanwhile, the Congress has released the second list of candidates for 57 constituencies, which will go to the polls on 11th of April. Some of the prominent persons getting tickets include Agriculture Minister Rabibul Hussain from Samaguri and Health Minister Nazrul Islam from Lahari Ghat. The party said that it was hopeful of winning most of the seats in the second phase of the elections. News from Maharashtra now. In a massive fire that broke out at Mumbai's Deonar dumping ground on Saturday evening has been doused, but the people living in the vicinity are complaining of discomfort due to the fumes emanating from the site. Now, this is the second massive fire in the city's biggest dumping ground in less than 2 months. The civic body suspects sabotage. However, the experts blame the lack of waste management policy and also cramped dumping yards in Mumbai's municipalities for the fire.
Smoke continues to billow from the Deonar dumping ground in Mumbai. Even as cooling operations are underway, toxic smoke engulfed Govandi's Shivaji Nagar, some parts of Mankhurd and Zakir Hussain Nagar and Baiganwadi area, causing discomfort to the people living there.
हर चौथे दिन कोई ना कोई आग लगने का बहाना होता है। कभी बोलते अपने आप लग गई, कभी बोलते कोई लगा के गया। कि मुंबई की जनता का अगर स्वास्थ्य ठीक रखना है तो जल्द से जल्द ये 2-3 जो कांजूर का, चमूर का और हरिओम नगर का डंपिंग ग्राउंड है इसको बंद किया जाए।
3 महीने से जानबूझ के या अनजाने में वहां पे आग लगाने का काम शुरू है और महानगर पालिका के जो आयुक्त है या महानगर पालिका के जो रिस्पॉन्सिबल अधिकारी है उनके ऊपर एक जन के ऊपर भी कार्रवाई अभी तक हुई नहीं। आज इस 4 महीने के अंदर 20,000 से ज्यादा लोग जो है महानगर पालिका का हॉस्पिटल हो चाहे प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल में अपना इलाज कराने रेस्पिरेशन का।
The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation has said that the raging fire could be a result of sabotage. An FIR has been registered and access to the dump yard would be restricted. Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar has announced a 2-member special team to be sent to investigate the incident. The ministry will also be issuing new solid waste management rules to the state government and civic bodies. Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis has said that the Mumbai civic body would soon submit a report. But the issue is slowly turning into a political hot potato, with parties using the issue to score political points.
This shows callousness on the part of
the contractors and those who are involved in the operations of managing the dumping waste. So we are sending a special team.
जोपर्यंत हा माथेफिरू जो आहे आणि त्याची हकालपट्टी होत नाही तोपर्यंत शिवसेना सभागृह चालू देणार नाही.
वो कचरा का निर्मूलन करने के लिए, उसको डिस्पोज ऑफ करने के लिए मुंबई महानगर पालिका के शिवसेना ने कोई कोशिश नहीं की. ये मार्च महीने में दूसरी आग लगी है.
The BMC has announced a number of measures to ensure no more fires break out at the dump yard. These include several fire tenders to be stationed near it, digging of bore wells to provide water for firefighting efforts in the future. CCTV cameras will also be installed across the dump yard to monitor movement around it. This is the second major fire to break out at Deonar in less than 2 months, causing widespread air pollution across Mumbai. Earlier, a massive fire had broken out at the dumping yard on 27th of January, leading to a thick blanket of smog in various parts of Mumbai. It was brought under control after 7 days of round-the-clock firefighting. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And in Breakfast News, we'll slip into a very short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Hello, I am Ishan Russell.
I'm Tracy Shilchi and you're watching News Tonight.
Together with the team of our
dedicated professionals from across various fields.
This is Shyam Sundar,
Vishal Dahiya,
Akhilesh Suman,
Frank Pereira from Beijing, China.
Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
We bring to you
the news that matters here on Rajya Sabha TV.
Welcome back after the break. Now, MLAs and MLCs of the Telangana Assembly may soon see a massive pay hike. Now, the state government is reportedly moving ahead with a proposal to hike the salaries of the legislators by almost 400%. Now, this comes at a time when the state is facing a debt of 1.3 lakh crore rupees. 83,846 crore rupees public debt accumulated in the past 2 years and 60,000 crore rupees that the new state inherited when it was formed in 2014. The government says it will borrow further. What is surprising is that a major chunk of the borrowed money would be used for the proposed pay hike. Now, the ruling TRS says that the pay hike was a long pending demand, but the proposed hike has prompted opposition accusations that the government is ignoring the plight of farmers in the state.
अभी दिल्ली ने बढ़ाया है, रिसेंटली आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार उसने बढ़ाया है, कर्नाटक में बढ़ा है, बिहार में बढ़ा है, हर जगह पर मतलब एमएलए के सैलरीज बढ़ रहे हैं, एमएलसी के सैलरीज बढ़ रहे हैं. तो पहले तो मैं समझता हूँ कि अब हर देश में जब सब बढ़ रहा है तो तेलंगाना सरकार अगर बढ़ाती है तो कोई बात नहीं.
अच्छा काम करने के लिए सैलरी जरूर इंक्रीज करना बल्कि वो लोग डिमांड किए थे. इसके ऊपर अभी तक निर्णय नहीं लिया. जरूर एक निर्णय ले लेंगे.
Telangana, majority of Telangana villages are alarming with the danger bells of drought, and no drought relief have been taken. Measures have been taken by the Telangana government. The drought relief sought about 3,000 crores from the central government, and not even 56 crores have been received by the state government.
News from up north, and the National Investigation Agency, which is probing the Pathankot terror attack, released the photographs of the 4 terrorists killed in the counter-offensive by the Indian security personnel. The NIA hand out featured physical details of the terrorists with description of their height. The pictures have been circulated and the public has been asked to share information about them. The move comes barely a few days before the SIT, that is the Special Investigation Team of Pakistan, is now scheduled to visit Pathankot to ascertain the facts of the case. The SIT will arrive in India on 27th of March to hold consultations with the NIA about the probe which has been conducted so far in the case. Now to some international news, and there has been a terror attack in Mali in the African continent. The details are sketchy at the moment, but 4 gunmen attacked a hotel hosting an EU military training mission in Mali's capital. According to reports, 4 people tried to force their way through the barricade, firing shots. Reports also say that one of the 4 was neutralized, and now a search is on for the other 3 terrorists. And the big story, well, both US and Cuban presidents have called for an end to the US trade embargo in the communist island. On Monday, Barack Obama and Raul Castro spoke in one voice over the matter at a joint conference. However, both had a verbal spar over human rights issue. It was a historic meeting between US and Cuba after 88 years of frozen relations.
As we do wherever we go around the world, I made it clear that the United States will continue to speak up on behalf of democracy, including the right of the Cuban people to decide their own future. We'll speak out on behalf of universal human rights, including freedom of speech and assembly and religion.
¿Lo sabe usted? Yo sí. Ninguno. Unos cumplen unos, otros cumplen otros. Y entre eso estamos nosotros. De esos mencionados 61 somos.
Verbal skirmishes despite an agreement on lifting US trade embargo in Cuba. US President Barack Obama demanded Cuba to improve its record on human rights. Raul Castro was quick to hit back, decrying US of double standards.
The embargo is going to end. When? I can't be entirely sure, but I believe it will end, and the path that we're on will continue beyond my administration.
Es el obstáculo más importante para nuestro desarrollo económico y el bienestar del pueblo cubano. Por eso, su eliminación será esencial para normalizar las relaciones bilaterales.
Among other issues, Raul Castro demanded that the illegally occupied territory at the Guantanamo naval base should be returned, which he said is important for normalizing relations. Meanwhile, the White House shared a list of political prisoners with Cuba. Obama also touched upon Cuban ties with Venezuela. Washington is not all that happy with Cuba's friendship with the socialist government in Venezuela.
We shared a list of 53 prisoners who they released around the December 17th announcement. In the run-up to this visit, a number of the cases that we've been addressing with them were resolved in some fashion, whether that was people who'd been released who were not permitted to travel, some of them being able to travel.
On the sidelines, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry met the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia and government peace negotiators in Havana in an attempt to support the peace process. Obama had agreed to improve ties with the former Cold War foe early in 2014, but he is also under pressure back home to push Castro's government to allow political dissent and to further open its Soviet-style economy. Excitement is high on the ground among Cubans as well as US baseball fans as they anticipate an exhibition baseball game between Tampa Bay Rays and Cuban team on Tuesday. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, the UN Weather Agency, the World Meteorological Organization, has said that the climate change was advancing at an unprecedented rate. The agency said that January and February 2016 smashed temperature records. The WMO pointed to record 2015 sea surface temperatures, unabated sea level rise, shrinking sea ice and extreme weather events around the world. The agency determined that last month was the warmest February since modern records began, with an average temperature that was 1.21 degrees Celsius above the 20th century average. Now, the hike in temperatures during the first 2 months of the year was especially felt for the far north, with the extent of sea ice in the Arctic at a satellite record low in February. Now, carbon dioxide concentrations in the atmosphere also crossed the threshold of 400 parts per million, that is the ppm, during the first 2 months of the year. And more international news now in World Wrap. Nepal has secured transit rights through China. An agreement was signed between Nepalese Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and his Chinese counterpart Li Keqiang in Beijing on Monday. It will now reduce Nepal's total dependence on India. Oli is on a China visit. Nepal seeks to open more supply routes from China amid fears of more blockades. Paris terrorist suspect Salah Abdel Salam is worth his weight in gold to investigators, say Belgian lawyers. Lawyers expressed hopes as he is still collaborating and is not maintaining his right to remain silent. Abdel Salam was captured in a raid on an apartment in Brussels a few days ago and is being interrogated by the police. He is the only surviving participant in the attacks in police custody. A US official confirmed that the United Nations Security Council has agreed to a Chinese request to lift sanctions on 4 ships that had been blacklisted for ties to Pyongyang. The decision comes after China secured assurances that the vessels would not use North Korean crews. The ships were among the 31 vessels sanctioned by the UNSC on 2nd of March, citing that it was owned by North Korean shipping firm Ocean Maritime Management Company. Under some cricket news now, and Australia scored a win over Bangladesh at the ICC World T20 played out in Bangalore yesterday. Now, the win puts Australia's bid for the first ever World T20 trophy back on track after the top-ranked Test side lost to New Zealand in their opening match. Now, Usman Khawaja hit a quick-fire half-century, while Adam Zampa took 3 wickets to help Australia to a thrilling 3-wicket victory. The left-hander opener smashed 58 runs off 45 balls as Australia successfully chased down Bangladesh's total of 156 for 5. Khawaja and Shane Watson put on a solid 62-run opening partnership. Bangladesh, demolished by Pakistan in their first group match, are now unlikely to qualify for the semi-finals. Now let's talk about the match which is lined up for the day. Today it will be Pakistan versus New Zealand in Mohali. On one side we have New Zealand, which is on a roll ever since winning matches against India and Australia and may come out to be the best team of the tournament. And on the other hand, we have Pakistan, who will be under tremendous pressure of securing a win after a humiliating defeat against India. And barely 2 days after Pakistan's loss to India at the ICC World T20 tournament, the cricket's board has now announced the sacking of skipper Shahid Afridi. The flamboyant all-rounder will be replaced soon after the end of the tournament, according to PCB chairman Shahryar Khan. He also hinted that Afridi's days in the team were numbered, even mentioning that he may opt to retire after the World T20. Afridi had quoted a controversy right at the start of the tournament when he had said that the cricketers get more love in India. His remark had drawn sharp criticism back in Pakistan. He has even served a legal notice for hurting the sentiments of Pakistanis with this statement.
It's unplayable. That's again thinking about.
With this, it is the end of this news bulletin, but news and updates continue on your channel. Thanks for watching.